I'm waiting on certain issues to be sent, and I get told 21 days, right? And of course, they keep saying 21 days, 21 days. Now, it can still come within the 21 days. And yet it doesn't. Sometimes it does. Other times, seriously, it's every second month. Seriously, every second month. I'm getting very fed up with it. Very fed up. Now, I'm just going to go back a minute. Now, of course, they'll come, it should come in. There's two lots of issues, right? Now, got the Dalek, which an issue that I got, which seems to be at the news agency, but I was able to sort of subscribe to the Dalek build. And of course, before that, I had to subscribe for the car, Ford Falcon XB GT car. Now, the thing is, last Thursday it was sent. This is the Dalek issues, right? Oh, it's distributed, sent out, right? Should have got them by now, and I still haven't. Hopefully they come next week. And the other issues, because it seems sort of strange how this certain company, they take out money 1 week and then they don't distribute it until the following week after. But hopefully, anyway, get on with the build. Now, doing more of the this part, which is part of the bigger version of the motor that's in the Titanic. You know, when we put all it was really tiny, and you turn it on and the propellers. When this is finished, you have a propeller, turn it on, and it'll go round, right? It will go round. Now, I'm just going to move the camera down like so. And this up. I guess we've got go like that. Oh, okay. All right. Now that's need now the only reason why I thought I'd just subscribe about the Dalek build is I didn't want to have what happened with the Titanic, where there's a certain part missing, and I would have ended up. I don't want that happening again. It probably won't, but it's just in case. Now, the Dalek build will be starting probably hopefully sometime next week. I hope. Otherwise I have to wait till they turn up. The Ford Falcon car hopefully they come next week as well. In right. Right. Now, I don't know why it's so loose. Anyway. Now, we okay, put it like that. Now there's two little Lego things that I'll do in the stream, in this live stream. If I need to short stream. Oh, wait a minute. RM. Go in there. Go. But I'll show you the two Lego things after this. Alright, so that's that one. Now, with the Titanic, the ship, I have to put all our parts, there's all other things, bits and pieces to put on it. Now, the only reason why I thought I'd start doing this is the fact that I thought might as well I end up having a whole lot of parts everywhere. Now, like that. And of course, thing we use is the RM screws. Which, where the screwdriver is. What do I do with the screwdriver? Oh, there it is. So we can use this one and put it in like that. Okay. But with those issues with the Dalek and the Ford Falcon, well, no, they'll come. They're be honest, on their way, sort of thing. But why does it take so long? Anyway, now there might even be either a video or podcast of when someone has been with you. Which is happening to me, sort of thing. Now, that part, which I really need to tighten it a bit. Anyway, so that's done. Now, because 17 minutes, the two Lego things I came across in a reject shop, which of course they're changing the name. They're going to call it Dolomar. Dolomar. Don't know why. Sounds better, reject shop. I came across these. Now, you've got a sofa and a lamp, which is that, right? And then you've got a wash basin, right? It's there. Now on the back, that's all the different ones, right? Now, in the reject shop, they've got a whole lot. Plus went to yesterday, can only find two. But in another suburb, in another reject shop, they've got a few more. So if you want to see more of these, as I'm about to move the camera down and start putting one of these together, I'll try and get more of those. So, alright. Let's move the camera back down again. Okay, so just open this up. Like so. Now, okay, so I've got two of those. One there. This one here. So now Right, there. Yeah. Yeah. There. Oh, missed. Here. And here. And there. And then we put it like that. That's oh, wait a minute. There. Now, of course, these are really tiny. Okay. Right. Yeah. Okay. And there. And here we go. Look at that little chair. Little chair there. Now, put that in there. Then put that in there. And there we go. Got that little thing. Now, the basin. There. Put that there. Put that there. Right. Yeah. Yes. Now, if you want me to get more of these, I will get them. And yeah. So now we put that there. So it seems to be something stuck at the bottom of this. Oh, there we go. Which is okay. Alright, so there you go, you got that and you got that. And of course you've got a few extra bits, as always. Now, I'm going to move the camera up. Yeah, so might be a podcast of when one's hate being with you, or you feel like they hate you, married to you, and it just, you know, which I think needs to sort of stop, sort of thing. It's just something that I'm getting a bit fed up with, this sort of thing. Now, 32 minutes. Now, as I said, oh shush, noisy bugger, noisy. Shh. Oh, wait a minute. I guess it's the stuff you push down. Go. Yes. So yeah, if you want to see more of these little Lego things, do them. Sorry, I'm sorry, it's a bit short. I mean, I could, you know, maybe add another build. I'll just put it in the comment. Just put it in the description. So, yeah, just put it in the description and that. But you all heard about Charlie Kirk, who was at some campus place, and he sort of, what he was, you know, talking about different things and you know, in other words, speaking his mind sort of thing. And because this certain person didn't like what Charlie Kirk was talking about, and I'll tell you the one that shot him, the type of ones that are a bit screwy up in up here, shot him in the neck. Now that's absolutely pathetic, disgraceful, terrible. You know, right in front of his wife and child. So, right? So it means that Christmas comes, his daughter will only be able to spend Christmas with his wife because the child's father, Charlie Kirk, was shot. Now, of course, everywhere all over the world, sort of thing, people are, you know, shocked, and you know, it shouldn't have happened. You know, they're sending their condolences. So my condolences to his family. Now, there's certain people on TikTok who think it's a good idea to make fun of Charlie Kirk, right? He was shot, killed, and they think it's funny, right? Now, these ones are absolute idiots, dum-dums, who think it's a good, as I said, good idea to make fun of it. It's not, seriously. Because the thing is, his child doesn't have a father anymore. Right? And it's an absolute disgrace, and I'm absolutely disgusted with some of these people that think it's a good idea to party. Now on TikTok, I send a lot of people, they're sort of, hey, like this. Really? They think it's funny to go, yay, it's gone. It's not funny. Seriously. These absolute dum-dums who are disrespecting him. Now, things he would talk about, you know, able to, in other words, freedom of speech sort of thing, able to say what he wants to say. And some person, some idiot decides, oh, I don't like that. These left, they're sort of stuck up sort of ones, think, oh yeah, we'll just shoot him. Boom. Why? Because he wanted to speak the truth? Now, I'm absolutely disgusted with some of these people that I've seen on TikTok who make fun of it. Now, there's a whole lot of other people that have seen these dipsticks, these bloody dum-dums that are partying. All these other people are absolutely disgusted with it, you know. I've heard a lot of people say that, you know, that's disgusting. To make fun of a person getting shot in the neck who can't spend Christmas with his wife and child. Disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful. And these dumb idiots all think it's funny. So to the ones that think it's funny, the rest of us think all the ones that think it's funny to make fun of Charlie Kirk being shot. All you ones that think it's funny, you're a bunch of idiots. Seriously. Now, there's also a particular woman. Her first name's Abby, last name's starts with CH. She thinks it's okay to have a go at ones that were, you know, that march on the 31st, which actually ended up being a disaster. Although ones that marched on the 31st this month, August. Of course, you had those neo-yackers who decided to take the poor Aborigines at a camp, right? Sovereign camp. That was disgraceful. Right? But of course, it's ABCH decided to have a go at the ones that marched, you know. She even interviewed Albo, the Prime Minister, who some people think he's wonderful and he does good and all this. He hasn't absolutely done a bloody thing at all for 3 years, really. When I said about March when he became Prime Minister, I said he won't do anything by November, and sure enough, he did nothing. The only thing he did in the past 3 years was stuff the whole country up. So, you know. So, of course, we've got to put up with him for another 3 years. Got in illegally, of course. Only got 34% votes. And still got in. Illegally. Rigged the election. But, of course, they won't look into that, will they? So, it's appalling, really, because we need a Prime Minister that's going to be better for this country, but at the moment, don't see that happening. You know. But it's just a whole lot of it's just so stupid, really. So as I said, with the builds, probably next week will be the Dalek build. And Ford Falcon XB GT car build. Now, look in a minute, because Lancaster. Now, might end up adding the Lancaster build. Actually, let's have a look at the 48. Oh, okay. Fair enough. So, yeah, that'll be coming up next time. So, next week, so to speak. Okay, so what we've got here, we've got oh, okay, so we've got tyre, so we'll put that over there, there. I need to get the other part, so I'm just going to put the camera down here. There we go. Now, of course, I'll add these. Alright. Move this forward a bit. Move that out of the way. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, okay. Okay, so something's not quite right. Do I have to put a little bit of glue so it just fits in the slot? It's supposed to go in, and it's not. This is what is ridiculous, really. Okay. And it falls out. See, it goes in, but doesn't stay there. See, it doesn't stay there. This is what is ridiculous. It does not stay there. It doesn't stay there. And That one does. This one. See, it doesn't stay there. It um you must have to put a bit of glue. Bit of glue. Because seriously, they don't stay. Seriously? They just don't stay. So I'm going to put a bit of glue because just to hold that. Yeah, I'm going to put a bit of glue because it just doesn't seem to stay. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on here. Because it won't stay. Right, now, which is the thing, you see. What are you doing? Kicking the ball. It's got a few balls around in here. I just need to fix this bit up. Okay. Right. Now. All right. Next part. Oh, the other thing is that each issue there seems to be just little bits. Now, of course, I suppose in a way they want to stretch it out. Now, I need pliers because thing is we've got a smaller version of to get this part in. In this. Which getting there. In there. All right, now that's going pretty good now. Now we just push that through. Push that through there and there. All right, now we get this pin which now this is where I didn't have any problem with the others, but I've got a bit of a problem with this. It's supposed to go in there, and it's not. I don't know why it's not. Fit the fork over the wheel. Fork over the wheel. It's supposed to the thing is, it's supposed to. Seriously, I'm really getting a bit fed up at this. Right. Hopefully this goes in. No. No. Hopefully this goes in like this. Which it's not. problem I'm having with this bloody thing is the fact that it just won't go in. Seriously? It will not go in. And I'm really getting a bit peeved about this, because it is really hurting my hand. Seriously, it is really hurting my hand, and I'm getting a bit peeved about this because it is ridiculous. Bluish. Got it. Right. That has to sit there. The thing is, I had a hard time trying to get that in there. The other tyre for the Lancaster build, no problem. No problem at all. This bloody problem. Now, the thing is, the strips on it. The strips on it, they don't stay. Really. And I had to super glue them. The one thing is why there's some parts that are fine. Other parts you think, why? I mean, they're pretty good builds. I mean, the last time I built plane was the Spitfire, and that was all right. It turned out all right. But the propeller, it makes the noise, but it doesn't go round. So hopefully with this build does. Well, that is the Lancaster. Issue 50 is the circuit board with leads for identification lights, identification light, lenses and screws. Now, and I've heard people talk about this a lot. In each issue, bloody issue, they've got little bits, right? An issue, which is about $19, right? That's all issue. Now, of course, I suppose in a way... Oi! Shh! Noisy bugger. Noisy birdie. Shh. All right, they want to stretch it out to the number that say. But that's all I had to do in issue 49. And then you've got issue 48, right, which is those two. I had to put a bit of super glue there just to hold it. But anyway, I'll add this. I'll add the little Lego furniture and to the and the Lancaster to the description. Been on. Yeah. Anyway, hopefully the issues for the Ford Falcon. Hello, Charlie. How you going? Hi, Darren. Good to see you. It is 11:20 p.m. my time. Is it morning time for you now or afternoon? Afternoon for me, Charlie. Afternoon, mate. Afternoon. It is afternoon. Oh, check the volume. It is afternoon for me. Just dropped. Bag. So how are you, Charlie? How are you, mate? So I just did part of the 2 issues of the issue 48, issue 49. 48, all I had in it was these bits. Issue 49, oh, this was certainly a lot to do with this little bit. Well, I'm good. Yeah, I'm all right. I'm okay. I'm okay, Charlie. I'm all right, mate. So did this part, which is a bigger version of the motor that's in the Titanic. Did put these two together, tiny little Lego things I found in the reject shop. There's a few others, so might get more of these. There's all different ones. Put them together. So yeah. So yeah, that was issue 49 of Lancaster build. Be the front part. Yeah, as I was saying, the Dalek build, which I'll get to do now. Do you still do diamond art? Yes, mate. I still do diamond art. I just did one that I found in, what was it? I think it was the reject shop. I just finished it. it was one I didn't have to put in a frame. It was this one, Spaceman. Didn't have to put it in a frame. Has a, you know, to hang it up. But yeah, I still got the Tayan, the City. There's another big one I've got to do. So yeah, I still do Diamond Art Charlie. I still do that. So just fix up those bits coming off. So yeah, I still do it. There, see? Just gonna hang it back up. Because usually I have to put them in frame and I've got to work out what frame. There's a 30 times 30 one. I've got the big one, I have to put in a bigger one. So, yep. That one, hang up. They've got them in, I think it was the Reject Shop. Does it have a 3D effect? It looks 3D. No, unfortunately it doesn't have a 3D effect, even though there are ones that are 3D which you can get online. So unfortunately it doesn't have a 3D effect, but it's good that I didn't have to put this in the frame. I can just hang it up. So I'm just going to hang it back up. But over time, probably next night, I'll have a look for the 3D ones, because you can get the 3D ones on the internet. I think maybe Amazon or eBay. So yeah, so hello Fire Mango, legendary YouTube pull. Howdy folks. Hello Fire Mango. How are you? How goes it tonight? Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. That part is a bigger version of the motor from the Titanic. Then I just did put parts on this, which is part of the Lancaster bomber plane. 2 pieces there. And that little wheel. Then I just thought I'd add Lego. Hey Fireman, welcome to Darren's channel. I just subscribed to your channel, even though you don't have any content on your channel. And then there's this little Lego things found in the Reject Shop. Put them together. So probably Monday. Also, thank you. I've been thinking about live streaming again. I used to. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing the live streams a lot more. Charlie says you can just look up my channel by searching my name, you know, pop up. So So Monday morning, I'll do the Batmobile. Drop the sub, Charlie and Darren. Thank you, Fire Mango. I appreciate it. So thank you for the support. As I said, the Batmobile tumbler, which there's other parts to put on it. I'll just go and get the issues and show what it'll be doing Monday. Okay, so also got, right, now Monday will be Batmobile tumbler, which is in the back there. So we've got issue 96, 97, Monday. And what will be coming to the channel next week is the Dalek. Oh, Darren, I want to let you know I'm going to be going to my program today. I told you that I'm in. Oh, no worries. No worries, Charlie, no worries. Tracy says, thank you. What's your favourite Batmobile? Gotta ask. Well, I suppose my favourite one would be the Batmobile from the Batman movie with Michael Keaton in, where in the second one it goes skinny and goes straight through the gap. Probably, I'd say probably that one. My other, I suppose I've got one other favourite, which is the tumbler. Let's see. Charlie, hang on, go back to the comment. Charlie says, on Monday, but I plan on streaming in the afternoon, Monday afternoon, if you're free to watch. No worries, Charlie. I will come on if I can. No problem there, mate. Charlie says, I have not. Hang on. Charlie says, what current video game are you working on, Darren? What kind of video game are you playing? Have you played the Lego Horizon Dawn version of Horizon Zero done yet? No, I haven't played that one. So I suppose it's the Fire Mango. As I said, probably one of my favourites would be the Michael Keaton one. Fire Mango says, couldn't agree more. Charlie says, Fire Mango, if you're still here, make sure to leave a comment in a light on one of my videos so that way your support will stick to the channel. Did I miss any other comment? Let me have a look. No, I didn't. So yes, so Batmobile Tumbler on Monday, and then next week or so will be the Dalek as well. So yes, yes, me too. The Daleks. So I think it's going to come about this high. I'd say roughly. R2d2, which I finished a few years ago when I was doing the build. Charlie says, the Batmobile from Batman Returns. Yes, that one with Catwoman and the Penguin, where the Penguin takes control of the Batmobile and Batman's trying to take control of the Batmobile, and he's having trouble, and there's like some little tracking device underneath, he's hitting the floor, coming towards the wall, and there's like a thin space, and then ends up pushing a button and the sides come off. Fair. Brian Mango says fair. And go straight through. Even though I've seen people with that, I think they're going to get that build come out, but I don't know if it'll come out here. Also doing the Ford Falcon XB GT car, which is the car from Mad Max. So I'm doing that at the moment. I've got all the... Prime Mango says, love Mad Max. Yeah. Same here. I make movies as well. Favourite Mad Max movie? Gotta be the Road Warrior for me. Yes. I'd say that probably my favourite too. Even though the other movies were alright. That one, yeah. Road Warrior one. Yeah, so the thing is, with builds, I see it on the TV. There's like, they have a commercial and I think, oh, good, right, no problem. And then the barcode, there was like a scan code thing. And I thought, okay, well, I'll just do that and subscribe. But I thought, oh, maybe it'll be at the news agency. But no, it's not at the news agency, which means I've got to wait for it to come each month. And then the Dalek builds, the ones that I rang them up and asked them about the Dalek build, and they said, oh, it's gonna be said about coming out on a certain day. I said, well, they already mentioned it on the TV. And I thought, oh, that'll probably be another build, not at the news agency. Well, you said hang on, Batmobile, and you were talking about the movies with Michael Keaton, and the first one is with Michael Keaton, the second one is with Michael Keaton, and Batman Returns is the name of the second movie that has Michael Keaton in as Batman. Yes, you're right there, Charlie. Definitely right there, mate. Definitely, that definitely is. So I thought, probably won't be at the news agency. But I was wrong. When I went to Rockdale Plaza, there it was. So I thought, okay. So, yeah, so be next week. Waiting on issue to come for that. The Ford Falcon issues should come next week or the week after. The Batmobile Tumbler will be Monday because the Batman Tumbler is sort of fairly, it's wide and it's a bit hard to sort of putting the parts on in the room. So I'll be doing it out here. And of course we'll have Diamond Art, which is a great big Italy city. And that's, which I'll probably do that later on. For Omega, it's kind of funny though, because I never really ever got into Doctor Who. It was mostly my aunt who would always be watching it and talking about it, so I kind of have a secondary knowledge of it. Well, that's good. That's pretty good. Yeah, the Doctor Who. It's the old one that, you know, years ago were good. Then you had the movie. Then it was like a big long break until 2005, and then it came back. And over time, it was going pretty well. Then we started having the business with woke, and then you had the Doctor regenerate the woman. Didn't work very well. I've always more been into stuff like Warhammer and D&D and more hard sci-fi. Well, that's fair enough. Warhammer, I've got all the little figures that I have to take off, cut off, glue them together and then paint them. So that'll be coming sometime later on. And I'll be painting them and gluing them together and painting them. So I've got a whole lot of Warhammer. So yeah, that's, you know, that's fair enough. You know, I'm a big sci-fi fan with all different shows and that. So yeah, so I just hope more builds come out here, because it just seemed to be a bit of a long time until builds started to come out. Forming says, I used to collect Warhammer, but currently I collect really old sci-fi game that the predecessor to 40k called Laser Burn from 1980 by Brian Ansell. Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Yeah, yeah, I don't mind the old sci-fi games. Charlie says, so Darren, I ask you, the Batmobile that you're putting together, is that the Batmobile from the first Batman or the Batmobile from Batman Returns? It's actually from the other Batman one with the actor that played Batman, who was in that metal armor, who was fighting Superman. It's sort of from that movie, or actually, I think it's Christopher Nolan who actually drove the Batmobile Tumbler, and from the Batman versus Superman movie. Yes, it sort of showed up again in that where Batman's sort of a bit older, sort of thing. The models and rules are still being produced 45 years later by a company called Alternative Armies. Oh, okay. I've also the Fire Mango. It's from the Batman versus Superman movie. Yes, definitely Fire Mango. Fire Mangoes has also been forever since I've watched that. Yeah, it's not not a bad movie. As long as it doesn't have any woke or any political thing in it. Doesn't have any of that. It means that the movies are you're able to enjoy the movie. They're enjoyable to watch. And it means that, you know, you watch it and you go away and think, oh, that was a really good movie. But some movies nowadays, no, they'll have woke or they change this and change that. And you think, don't have that in the movies. Because it ruins the movie. Flamingo says, I prefer my movies without politics as well, and being able to just sit down and judge it as an actual movie. Exactly, yes. Yes, that definitely. Because over the years there's been all different movies, and you go and watch it, and you think, oh, that's a good movie. Because when you see the trailer, you think, oh, that looks good. But sometimes you go and see a movie and it might sort of, at first, might drag just a little bit, and then gradually, you know, you're enjoying the movie. If I want politics in my movies, I want it in law, like with the Star Wars prequels. I think I have a problem with saying that word. Even the prequels of Star Wars, well, fine, you know, no problem. You know, the thing is, when actors and I can't spell tonight, had a couple of drinks. Oh, it's all right, mate. No problem. That's okay. Not a problem. It doesn't matter, you know. Had a few drinks. That's okay. Not a problem, mate. See, when actors and actresses like make a movie, it makes it entertain. Ben Affleck, when Ben Affleck was Batman versus Superman, that movie. Yes. He, yes. And then there's the other one with Christopher Nolan, I think. That one as well. But yeah, when they make a movie, they want to make it to entertain people. So they work hard, do a good job, and people will go, oh yeah, that was a good movie. You see? It's the same with TV shows. Actors and actresses, they work really hard to entertain the public. You watch a show, good. Some shows these days, not so good. Some things in the media shows these days are no good. It's the same with movies, you know. These days it's just no. And other movies are alright. And then they decide, you know, when you've got like movies like that look like cartoons, and they turn them into live action ones. And I think, why? Flymango says, also, I want more new franchise. I'm tired of endless sequels. I would rather have a shit new movie than more slop from the trough. Yeah, I think with sequels, it might be okay to make a sequel as long as they don't go overboard, because sometimes they do. But yeah, I agree. You know, if they're gonna think of a movie, have new material, you know, not do what most of these ones do. They think, oh, we'll use old material and make it new. Just make something, a new movie that no one's ever seen before. Is it going to be good? See the trailer. Go and see them when the movie comes out. Go and see it and you think, yeah, all right. And you sit there, watch it, and it's fine, right? Come out and say, you might say that there was some good bits and there was bad bits. Or it might be no bad bits at all. But yeah, they seem to do a lot of that these days. And then they said that, as I said, they even turn cartoons into live action movies. I think, why? It just doesn't make any sense. And then they change it. Like, I don't get going from animation to live action. I know. I just don't understand it myself. And one of the movies, which is Pinocchio, which is from, years ago, when Walt Disney made Pinocchio. Back then, big hit, like most of the other movies made. Popular, really good. And then years later, they turned into a live action movie. And two things they changed. They changed the colour of the Blue Fairy, and they changed the ending. Now, the ending. Now, I thought I'd have a look and, make sure that they haven't stuffed it up or changed things. When it got to the ending, and they're sort of like Pinocchio's father and they're in the cave after they've gone in there to get away from the whale, I thought, oh yeah, they'll go get back to civilization, and the Blue Fairy turns Pinocchio into a real boy. But they changed that. As Pinocchio is holding his father's hand, they're walking towards the opening of the cave, and Pinocchio's transforming into a boy. he's transforming into a human. He starts changing. And I think, no. The blue fairy made him come to life, but he was still wooden. And it's the blue fairy that turns him into a real boy because he does a good thing. But no, they changed the ending and, they've done it with a lot of movies, really. They ruined the Aladdin live action movie. They changed the ending. Where Aladdin tells him, freeze the genie. After what they've gone through, they've stopped the Jafar, and Aladdin sets the genie free. And of course the gold bracelets on the genie's wrist come off, and the genie can, go off, have an adventure, and then later on come back. But of course, he turns back into human because some witch turned him into a genie. He was never human. Yeah, I don't get why if you're going to do a live action reboot, you should just put the plot over 1-to-1, so at least you aren't messing with that. Yeah, of course. It's just pathetic. And the latest one, which is the Superman movie, I haven't gone to see it, but for me, I think that all other Superman movies, you had one years ago. I did actually enjoy the Superman movie with Christopher Reeve in that one. He was in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'd say. It's a refreshing take, bringing the character back to his roots. Yes, yeah, definitely. The thing, take care, Charlie, mate. Take care, Charlie. You want to be able to watch a good movie without it having certain things shoved in your face. Flamingo says, after the more recent godlike representations and the amount of anti-Supermans, it's nice just having a good Superman again. Flamingo says, bye, Charlie. Definitely with that as well. Yeah, definitely. As long as they don't go too crazy with the sequels, like sometimes it's fine with the sequels, but after a while it gets a bit out of hand, sort of thing. So yeah. Might be more of these coming. Dalek, which I haven't started with doing these because there's those parts there. I'm just waiting on issue 2. The Batmobile, which all that there is all together at the moment. I did do a little bit of a check. The wheels do turn left and right partly, but that'll be Monday. And the big Flamingo says very cool. The Titanic, which is that the ship, I still got a lot of issues to put parts on and the cables and that on. That's, excuse me, that will be Wednesday morning. How's the Titanic progress? Well, as you see, the Titanic, I've got the ship together. Still have to connect the cables up. And I still have to put all the other parts on and that. So the only thing is, part of it I couldn't get replaced, so it's missing a part in the middle. So with the Dalek, I thought I'm able to get them at the news agency and subscribe, so I don't have the same problem with that missing out a part. So on, that's unfortunate. Yeah, it definitely is. Definitely is, Fire Mango, definitely. So I managed to do the best I could. So on Wednesday morning, there's going to be a lot of issues to do, putting all the bits and pieces on and the cotton on it. So that will be Wednesday morning. So Monday, the Batmobile. And Wednesday, the Titanic. And then like tonight be the Italy City of Diamond Art. And then overtime Saturday, Sunday and that. And so, oh dear. So yeah, so I'm going to go now. Thank you all for joining. It's been a pleasure chatting to you all and chatting to you via Mango. There'll be other live streams. I'll see you around, mate. Thanks for the chat. No worries, via Mango. No worries, mate. You know, I always love to have a chat while I'm doing a build and that. So anyway, take care, everybody. Take care, Charlie. Take care, Fire Mango. And as I say, don't forget to put a like, put a comment, share, subscribe, and I will catch you later. Have a good day. Have a good one. Take care. You too, mate. You too. Yep. Subscribe, and I will catch you later. Take care, guys. Bye now.